Welcome to building Maul Shadow Lord in Lego. I'm Pigeon Studios, and let's get straight into the first episode. The series is going to be a bit unique in its format. Instead of being one larger scale mock for the entire series, I'm instead going to do an episode by episode based mock series where there'll be a new mock in every episode. So starting off in this week, I'll go through some of the main figures that I'm going to use throughout the mocks, as well as show off the first build. So let's get straight into that. Okay, starting off with a sketch for the first mock. It's going to be based off the train duel at the end of episode 6, where Maul and Marek, specifically that scene, are fighting each other. Now, I want to keep the mock relatively small, under about 16 studs long, as you can see there. And it's going to take a bit of an interesting take on a mock. It's going to be on a 90 degree. Now, you'll see what I mean by that later on. But let's get straight into how I built it. So you can kind of see the main design of the train carriage kind of here. Now I am filming this first episode after I've built the first mock. So this is kind of it deconstructed. The order of the other episodes will be in chronological order, so I will be building them as I go. But I started this series off a bit later than I expected, and I wasn't originally going to do a long format series. But anyway, let's get into talking about the techniques of this mock. Now I've just used these 1x2 grill or sloped grill pieces on their sides, and just used snot techniques, as well as the 1x2 45 degree kind of slopes at the bottom there. Now besides that, it's pretty simple, just using that piece that I love, the perpendicular snot piece right there. One of the most useful pieces of the kind of modern Lego kind of new pieces, if you want to talk about that. I've also got these snot bricks on this side here. That just allows me to stud reversal, because I have some detail on the bottom here. As you can see, the bottom panel is fully smooth. So I wanted the entire mock to be pretty much smooth the entire way around. The only kind of interesting technique here is on the 1x2 wedge plate, and that just uses a, I don't know exactly what to call that. The bar and stud piece is kind of what I call it. It's definitely an interesting piece, and it's really useful again in snot building and techniques. And that just, it's a bit hard to do this with one hand, but that just slides in there, and you tilt it. So it's a little bit of an illegal technique, but it's not causing the bricks any stress, so I allow it. Another technique that I also like is using this old binocular piece, and that just keeps the railing really close together. Instead of it being kind of a stud gap in between, it's more of a plate gap. Now, besides the carriage, the one thing I didn't show in the initial design was the kind of tunnel or gateway, as I initially thought the build was. I started this build before episode 6 came out, so I didn't realize that it was a tunnel. I thought it was kind of loops or rings that are have magnetic pulses that hold the train up, but it's actually just a tunnel. So the design is a little bit off on this one, but I think you can give me the benefit of the doubt, because I didn't know what I was making. But yes, this is based off episode 6, and this is how I built the kind of ring section, as you'll see in the pictures later on of the final mock. Now, this is kind of the finalized version of like a quarter of the ring, and obviously I don't have the 1x4 bars because they're a bit hard to hold in place when the entire mock's not built. But anyway, they kind of hold their shape in there between these 2x4 panels, and I'll show you how that technique works. So I used the hose piece with the kind of, the 1x2 rounded hollow stud piece, and so that allows the hose piece to go through every little segment. And you can see I've got 2 segments here. They consist of about 10 pieces each, and I've just got alternating colors of studs at the end, of course including the 1x2 hollow stud piece. And that just allows for the tube piece to go through every segment, and then I can connect a double-sided snot brick on either side, which allows me to get the tiles on that side and then I can also add a tile on this near side here. And so that turns out to look something similar to this. And the tricky part of this was connecting the hose pieces, but as you can see, I've got the 1x1 hollow stud there. So overall, it struggled to get a bit of a circular shape, but I was happy with it in the end. And again, a little bit of an illegal technique, and I had to build it on his side because of gravity. So that meant that these 1x4 bars could hold their shape and didn't just fall over. But let's get straight into the final pictures. The last thing to mention for this episode is something that I need your guys' help with. Now, if you follow my posts or shorts, you'll see that I'm in need of certain custom minifigures for Bouldering Geek 221, who came up with some awesome designs for Icarus and Scorn, as well as the Maul Spybot. So well done to you, and check out his channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in episode 2.